there was an engagement as well. I think a couple of engagements, actually. They're the only ones in recent memory that I'm aware of are the Olympic ones.
There was engagements at the Olympics?
Two, I think.
After they won, sort of thing?
That was the thing. Oh. Now, look, making it to the Olympics is an incredible achievement. You're already in the top 0.001% of your sport.
Yeah.
If you don't medal, are you dropping down on one knee? Be truthful.
If I win a medal?
If you don't win a medal.
Oh, sack it. Like, you've got to sack that off.
But you're still proposing at the Olympics. What incredible achievement.
I don't know, man.
I just think...
Depends if you were hyped to win the event. If you were hyped to do well, and you're like, right, this guy's guaranteed a medal, and you fuck it, and you come like 10th, and you then propose, I don't know. I think you got a bigger fish to fry. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, put it this way. I never have to worry about that because I'll never be talented enough to be in the Olympics. Unless they do Olympic of podcast waffling.
But I've got a thing to show you. Have you heard about Eric the Eel? Please tell me you've seen Eric the Eel.
Why see, this annoys me. I've got some. Okay, let's talk about Eric the fucking Eel.
Eric
and then I want to say my piece.
It's one of the greatest Olympic stories of all time. Okay,
Shut up.
He's a man from Equatorial Guinea, and in the 2000 Olympics, he competed for them as a swimmer. They held open tryouts in his country to become part of the swimming team at the Olympics. He was the only person that showed up, so automatically got onto the swim team. But the problem is, in the country, they had no swimming pools for him to practice in. They only had a 15-meter pool in some random hotel. So he'd go there like twice a week, practice. He then got to obviously doing the thing. Two of his opponents got disqualified, so he was racing on his own. And so, he did the full race. No, he did the heat, and that was it.
Did he qualify for the Olympics or not?
He went to the Olympics, bro.
Oh, he did?
So he was part of the wild card draw, which was encouraged to develop facilities in underdeveloped countries. So, for example, let's say in that country in Africa, they didn't have a swim team represented. So they thought, right, we'll put some funding in. You can potentially have a wild card place at the next Olympics if you put a team together. But he was the only person that took part.
Right.
And then just watch this. So this is the...
Eric the Eel.
So this was Eric racing on his own.
Yeah.
So he looks all right here.
Yeah, he's doing all right, you know. Mad.
He can even tumble turn. Goes into the rope slightly.
Fuck it, man. Yeah, at the end of the day, obviously that is... Is he going to make it? Yeah, he did make it. Okay, cool. I thought for a second he might not make it. Shout out to Eric the Eel, bro, because at the end of the day, he's actually raced at the Olympics, and I just think that is the greatest thing ever. Like, he got the full Olympic experience. Yeah. And another thing about just even going to the Olympics, and the Americans are talking about this, and there's loads of TikToks going around, because healthcare in America obviously isn't free and comes at an absolute bomb. They've been taken advantage of. You can book like free doctor's appointments, and you can get loads of stuff done for free if you're an Olympian in the Olympic Village, because they have a whole medical suite tent there. So Americans have just been booking in smear tests, everything, like loads of tests, and they're just getting it all done, all for free. A woman had her eyes checked, done. That's class. That's like brilliant. Absolutely everything. How class is that? And obviously, it's just the Americans using TikTok, but I would imagine there's probably some underfunded funded countries that are there that are hopefully also taking advantage of that. How unbelievable is that?
Yeah, that's quality.
But isn't it also so fucked that a country as big as America is, their top 0.001% athletes still have to use the free healthcare at the Olympic Games, for example? Is that not just an awful look for the US?
It's not great, but I feel like it's the same for every country, though. Like, if you look at the way I took this whole Olympics thing, is I was watching the people that got the headline moments, and they got the clips, they got that social kind of traction. They're all the people with the big characters. It's essentially like selling a boxing fight, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, the people that then make the biggest careers in themselves, like the likes of Noah Lyles, are the ones that are able to kind of manufacture themselves into the right places, make the right noise around their events. If you're just a good athlete, and you're probably going to win silver or gold, but you're just a bit boring, or you're just a bit shit, like, it's not gonna work out for you in the long run. Like, look at Bradley
that's so
Wiggins
interesting.
now.
Did you see? Her name is Iona. Now, she is probably the biggest star to come out of the Olympics, right? And she was part of America's women's rugby team. And I'm not joking. If you go and check out her TikTok, here you go. Iona Mayer, right? If you go on her TikTok, every video is pushing almost 1 million likes.
What?
Insane. Type in her her TikTok. If you type in Iona Mayer TikTok, and she's great. Like, she is absolutely hilarious, and she is almost everything I feel the Olympics should be about. She rocks up there. She's not in a very popular sport, certainly in America, and well, to be fair, globally, like, women's rugby just isn't quite there yet, and she is banging on there. The views are through the roof. Like, look at that, 10 mil, 5 mil, 7 mil, 7 mil, 6 mil.
That's crazy.
And obviously it's going to die down a little bit after the Olympics because that was her thing. But at the same time, you want to talk about making a name for yourself. I think they did quite well I don't think they won, but I think they got a silver.
They got a medal, silver, yeah.
Yeah, silver. And
bronze or silver?
Like, she's going to come out of this. Brands are going to be absolutely all over her.
Is she funny as well?
Yeah. No, she's funny. She like I said, she is very just unapologetically her.
Yeah.
And I think it's just come across really well. People have really warmed to her. And now, certainly on TikTok, like, a lot of people have seen her name. So shout out to her.
Just before we went into that, I mentioned about Bradley Wiggins. Just want to say, that is incredibly sad what's happened to him.
Wait, why?
Have you
What's
heard
happened
about this? He's apparently now living in a caravan and he's like bankrupt. You know, he's like one of our most successful Olympians of all time.
Oh, yeah, there you go. One day ago, there was a new article right there. I should have paid more attention to my financial affairs. Bradley Wiggins opens up about bankruptcy. Was it any addiction or anything like that?
No, I don't believe so.
What, so he was just living outside of his means and then it just went to zero?
Yeah, here you go. This is...
Which is... pay attention when I was racing, which is one of the things that happens to athletes. You know, you make a lot of money and if you haven't got your eyes on it, people take advantage. Okay. That his liquidated company owed nearly 1 million to creditors. He is understood to have failed his IVA in January this year. Damn. Yeah. This is a big thing. And you know what? You'll actually see, you've used Bradley Wiggins there as an example, but you're going to see more and more influencers and people on the internet suffer a very similar fate. People that get rich really quickly. And, you know, I can't believe I'm going from Bradley Wiggins to fucking Bevo here. But like, even Bevo has come out, and I don't know how truthful it is, but it wouldn't surprise me. He's come out and he's said, like, financially blew most of his cash.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's very easy to make a lot of money very quickly in a short space of time. I mean, Bradley Wiggins was maybe a bit longer period of time, but if you don't have the long-term plan in place, it's going to run out really quickly. And footballers as well. I mean, how many times do we see articles every single year? This footballer's gone broke. This footballer's having to sell their World Cup winning top in, you know, all of this sort of stuff. Because one, they don't have a plan set up for after. And don't get me wrong, you're really going to struggle to find something that is going to set you up earning 5-10 million quid in retirement every single year. Like, you're not going to get your footballer money. That's fine. But if you're smart with the money that you earn throughout your career, not only can you invest it correctly, and I think people are starting to wake up a little bit more to how to invest their money. I mean, me as well. I'm still, you know, learning about it a lot. And only in the last recent years have I actually been like, oh, I should be putting my money into the S&P. I should be getting annual returns. And the thing is, you know, you might only be making a 4, 6, 8, and maybe a 10% return a year. And that doesn't sound very exciting because the idea of, hey, man, like, I want to be rich quickly. That is a lot more appealing. And for young people, it almost feels like a necessity because they don't understand that there is actually a really good long game that you can play here. You can gamble for the short-term game, but, you know, so few people make it that having a long-term plan is absolutely key.